Your next comedian prefers to be introduced by his initials, so without further ado, give it up for WC!
Hello, Comedy Works. So, very exciting time of life for my wife and I. We have a 6-week-old baby boy at home. I'm just kidding with that, sort of. But it's very interesting how audiences react to that information. Sometimes, like you guys, I'll get some sort of, applause, which is great. Like my wife didn't do 99% of the work. Like, yeah, I had a hand in this. Okay, not a hand. Exactly. That's good. Last crowd, I had to explain it to them. And then there's audiences that just kind of sit there. Like, oh, baby. Less resources for the rest of us. Wonderful. Why don't you take your whiny tax deduction and be gone? One open mic, though. I say, hey, I've got a newborn baby. Some guy in the back goes, boo! Like, seriously? Who heckles a newborn child? You soulless monster? Where are my parents at? Anybody out here contributing to the population problem? That's right. So I assume some of you have been through birthing class, and that means you've seen the birthing video. They said we wouldn't sleep after the child was born. I personally have not slept since seeing that video. And it's not the women I feel bad for, screw them. Which, when I think of it, somebody obviously did. My thoughts and prayers are with the camera guy. Think about it. You're trapped in this little room, bunch of people you don't know filming that. I'm like, whatever they paid you, it was not enough. But the rules are changing constantly with babies. I'm told that 30 years ago, it was like, don't ever put the baby to bed on his back, always on his stomach. Now, of course, it's don't ever put the baby to bed on his stomach, put him to bed on his back. Figure in 30 years will be, don't put the baby to bed. Instead, suspend the child in midair in this web of nylon. But whatever you do, don't face him east. There's just so many rules with babies. Don't put them to bed on their back. Don't put anything in the crib. Don't feed them after midnight. Don't get them wet. Okay, some of those rules might be for gremlins. But it's an easy mistake to make. I mean, come on one hand, you've got this terrifying, scaly, incessantly demanding little monster. And on the other hand, you have gremlins. But I did learn just one tip for parents or parents-to-be. Guys, if you're going to give your kid a bottle at 1 o'clock in the morning, I learned this last night, put a shirt on. Because my kid he rooted for one of my nipples. And that was confusing for both of us. You've been fantastic, CW. I'm WC.
Keep it going for WC, everybody.